too familiar with that. Either way, here we are.
Finally, let's go.
Small battlefield. I believe this is where they played Game 1 last time as well. Of course, it's basically like Pokemon Stadium 3.
Yeah.
Right. No surprises in terms of the layout. Most people are pretty down to just play here.
As they should be. I like this stage a lot for sure. And obviously, not going to have any complaints from the players. So this will be a good one. As we said, the rise of Shadic as of late, Max, has been incredible to witness. But Sonix has just been doing it for, honestly, years at this point. So, got to be the favorite to win, especially given their early encounter in pools. But one thing about Shadic, man, you never know with this kid. He is that gifted.
Bro, if you told me in 2019 that grand finals of like a late meta tournament would be Sonic versus Corrin, I would have laughed at you, bro. We thought both of these characters were some buns for the longest, but I mean, Sonic obviously got figured out pretty quickly, especially in that Wi-Fi era, courtesy of Sonix, and then Corrin as of late, man, I'd say a shoe-in for like top 15 in the game minimum.
Yeah, Sonic went from just like, it felt like just a cheese you out character to just, this guy's just flat out good. Like, he is one of the best, like, plain and simple. And Sonix always does a good job demonstrating that. Ken2 over there in Japan. Can't forget my boy Ken. Generational
Your favorite
talent.
player, bro.
Generational. Oh, my God. Why he wasn't invited here, I'll never know. But nonetheless, Sonix was, and he takes care of business with that fair to close out the first stock.
All right, still hanging on after that pin kick, though. Shadic able to complete the ledge trap. Dude, that back air, you cannot challenge that. There's not a move in the game that feels like it outranges it. Maybe like a Sephiroth fair or something, you know?
And his timing is always like just so on point, right? I remember we were even highlighting some of the crazy plays he was making off of that in Light Set when he's playing against Light. Like, he is just different.
Bro, the neutral air to back air, 70% in the corner, you're just done.
Yeah.
At least when you're playing something like Fox. Sonic, a little more durability, fairly light, but, you know, in between that midweight and light category. So we'll see a little more survivability.
Definitely, too, man. Like, that's another thing that Sonix really has going for him, too. He's just so well studied at this matchup. I mean, think about all the amount of times he's faced off against, you know, the Spargo Corrin. You know what I mean? And obviously different styles right there, but the same fundamentals on how you're going to get those punishes off and edge guarding as well, which Sonix is doing a good job of demonstrating. All those grind sessions be paying off.
Dude, I would have thought this matchup's super tough for Corrin, but you've seen Leo and Spargo both choose to use Corrin into Sonix, and they've both taken sets off him with her. So, of course, Shadic capable of doing the same, just has to find his momentum, you know, get something started here.
Yeah. And it really could be one of those things, too, like, you know, considering, like, what they had in pools was, like, their first encounter. I always say to myself, like, you know, it just might be one of those things where it just takes a couple times for it to finally get it. He didn't beat, you know, he didn't beat Light the first couple of times. Now he's beat him the last 2 times. You know?
Right.
Like, it matters. Experience matters a lot. So we'll see where he can take it. He is down. I mean, it's not impossible to bring this back, but Sonix is, he's really good at putting a stranglehold on the game when it gets to that point, right?
Hold up the counter. Oh,
wow.
no.
Yikes.
Definitely wanted back air, but just a little angular miscalculation there. And
it happens.
Yeah. Okay, game 1, kind of tough, but he was making something happen toward the end.
Trying to settle in a little bit, but that's okay. We move to game number 2. Sonix throws out his 3 bands.
Smashville, Kalos, and Battlefield. That's kind of strange, right? I feel like there's not that much connective tissue between any of those stages. Usually think of like Kalos kind of with FD in town for the big open field. Think of Smashville and Hollow Bastion together.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. It was almost like he just closed his eyes and just pointed.
Yeah. But, that was 2 stock.
Yeah, right.
Stage don't matter. But Shadic going to run it right back. Shout out to Haz. He's going to change the game plan, not the floor plan. Maybe just, you know, not feeling like the stage is responsible for the loss. Obviously, the SD was the real thing that held him back. But even still, I mean, I think if he's just able to get the first few exchanges to go his way, then it's a much more uphill battle for Sonic.
I see that, yeah. Absolutely. All right, game number 2. Let's get into it. Let's see if you can put this one together. What is that? Did you hear that? Is that
some Metroid thing or something. I don't know.
It's like, what is this smooth radio in my ear right now?
You are now tuned in to 92.7.
Dude, imagine if it was like just crossed with like some conspiracy theorist, like Florida radio. Holy crap.
You got Alex Jones in Smash, bro.
Cut the feed.
JFK's assassination was an inside job.
You're looking at one of the competitors.
Sonix did it.
Low key, I could see it. He's that much of a monster. Respectfully, of course. Well, let's see. All right, so he is trailing a little bit right now.
Yeah, I mean, they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But against a character like Sonic, honestly, how you start is a pretty damn big deal.
Yeah, it kind of dictates the flow of the match, really.
Yeah, like, do you have to chase him down into, like, an easy punish? Wait, hold on. Rare error there from Sonix. I don't know if he was trying to tech, maybe. Like,
What was he doing?
My guess is he thought up B was coming and he had a tech, but I think he got a lot more time to react to that. So, whatever. Sometimes it happens.
Well, I mean, I won't lie. I've seen Sonix throw out his fair share of SDs throughout his career.
Bro,
so
versus Tweek at LMBM? That was a gift from God.
Yeah.
So Tri-State could hold on to the crown.
It is known to happen, but it is what it is. If I'm Shadic, I'm like, all right, whatever. Take full advantage of that. No complaints on my end. Try to make the most out of it.
Glad he didn't homie stock. That would have been a generational throw.
Ain't no friends here, bro. 10K's on the line. I get it. You want your oh, my goodness. You want your big fair share of that, but no fair there, just dares, and very devastating at that as Sonix picks it up immediately, Max. He is cooking.
Yeah, and that is not easy to land, by the way. You got to hit Corrin right in the head, and you got two big wings on either side to deal with. So love the precision here from Sonix. Still down by just a bit, though. Shad going to keep extending it. Now, when Sonic has to come to you, that's when he's wide open, right? That spin dash, as good as it is at making you want to approach or shutting down your approaches, it's kind of predictable when it's coming straight at you.
It can be.
Just going to sit there and block. Sonix does manage to pick something up, though. I sense a pin coming. Nope. Oh.
Maybe it came just a little bit delayed, but not going to get all of it there. Oh, this could be a big opening. Okay, yeah, Sonix needed to try to chase him down and get it, but Sonic's coming up short again.
That one was weird. I thought for sure he would have grabbed the ledge.
Yeah, that was a little funky.
Maybe looking to stay low just so he didn't poke his head up too high and get clipped by something from Corrin. Not really sure, but I think in Sonix's mind, it's either like, yeah, I could still win this, and worst case scenario, it's a go next. I'm already up 1-0.
That's true, yeah.
Probably not too upset about it, especially with the way he lost his first stock in the same fashion.
Well, if you're going to have SDs, I'd rather get them all out in the same game, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Get the bug out. Oh, nice little trade. Yeah, he'll take that trade every single time, man. Wonderfully done.
So good at punishing these up Bs from Corrin. It's not the best recovery, but sometimes it could be tough to challenge, especially if you don't have like a big old sword of your own.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It seems like one of those recoveries that's pretty protected, just in general, right? But Sonix with the timing and the know-how.
Yeah, hitting that weak spot like he's playing Dark Souls or something. The blinking red target. Yeah. Oh, okay, smart by Shadic. This time skipping past the ledge, making sure that he doesn't have to get too framed by forward smash. Springs out.
Hey, wow, Sonic's taking full control of this match. He's taking it away from Shadic.
Oh, man, if he wins this, that's going to be a huge blow to Shadic's mental, I think, right? Like, I still lost even with 2 SDs.
Seems very possible, too, right now, yeah. Oh, I mean, you're kind of almost a sitting duck out there, especially at that distance, right? So, Sonix, who we've seen a couple of times throw caution to the wind, go off there, not necessarily work in his favor. That time, it was almost a guarantee, it felt like.
Yeah, Corrin's pretty good at recovering straight up or maybe like at that slight angle close to the ledge. But when you're all the way out there, you don't really have much to throw out. And if you do, like, say, back air to get closer to the ledge, you're not covering the front of you.
Sure.
He can just run out there and fair. And that's exactly what he did. So Sonix up 2-0 despite a double SD in that game.
That's a big deal, too. I came back and beat you when I SD twice. Like, what do you think you're doing against me when I don't?
Right.
Like, that's, the statement that was kind of made there. So, going to take a lot for Shadic, man. He's got to win 3 in a row to make him put himself, into grand finals. Going to take a lot, man. Just focus with the game ahead of you first. Game 3.
Yeah, exactly. You got to just keep your head on straight, keep it pushing. But in the event that you can't, I mean, you still got the loser's bracket, and you beat everyone else in this whole bracket. So as long as, like you say, he has a short memory about this, I think he'll be chilling for the rest of the tournament. Maybe meet Sonix again in Grands.
Yeah.
Also, the rest of the bracket, if Shadic does go to losers, looks pretty promising for him.
I would say so, too, man, because he'll have, like, Dabuz and Maister lurking around. I mean, just for him, for what he's been doing lately, I think that's a pretty good role.
Right, winning the last encounter with both of those players.
For sure, yep. That's a pretty good role for him. But we're switching up the scenery a little bit here, Max. We're going to Bastion for a big game number 3 for Shadic.
Some clean stuff from each of them here. Nice little B&Bs to kick it off.
Yep.
Shadic actually could have kept his going, but unfortunately got a random forward air instead of whatever he was actually trying to link together. Oh!
Nice. All right. I like this. Shadic with the mean aggression out the gate.
All right, pin into the ground, putting things to a standstill for a second, but that actually allowed Sonix to slip by to center stage. Oh! Love that. Calling out the cross-up back air. Will that kill? Yes, it will.
Yes.
That move is deceivingly strong for a stun gun type of move.
CSS could never.
Right. Literally. That move sends you nowhere.
True.
Oh, wow. The forward air reverse hit. Looking like Melee Marth out here. Whoa, hold on.
Bro,
is that real?
Is that like the last part of the fair?
That was like one of the early hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the ground.
Wow.
If Sonic has drag down combos and nobody's been doing them, shame on you guys. It took a guy who studies this game for a living to start doing that.
The lab is real with this one.
Yeah, I will always give this guy a ton of credit, and his coach, Tony, as well. They're like, literally, they hop on the phone after like every set. That kind of dedication is admirable.
Yeah, it's no secret about it. He enjoys so much success. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nobody's doing it alone. They got a support network, whether it's your pops pulling up with you, your coach watching, giving you like on the ready advice.
It's real facts. Real facts and a real deficit that Sonix is facing for one of the first times. You know, no SDs involved or anything like that. Shadic is just straight up getting the job done.
I also like how recovering under the stage is really becoming a prominent part of the meta, just because ledge trapping is really strong in this game. We've seen Tweek do it a lot with Diddy. Maister even will go under the stage with Game & Watch, but of course.
Yeah. We have those characters that can just go to the other side too, like underneath. That's really strong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like how Sonix just did. Yeah, you gotta have a pretty blessed toolkit to do that, though. You'll never see it from Corrin.
Yeah, right. Or if you do, she ain't making it.
Yeah, like hey, look what I can do. Oh, never mind. Oh God. Okay, good stuff by Shadic. Yeah, you gotta hold down when you get clipped by that spin dash or spin charge towards those higher percents. Now, how do you find this kill, though? And if you don't, you got to stay as patient as possible. Don't go near this man. Don't give him any free openings. And yeah, Shadic knows.
He's trying to hold that platform momentarily, but Sonic's breaking through it a little bit. Oh, what a trade. Should be beneficial to him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, the edge guards from this guy are surgical, man. Yep. And you could tell he's definitely worked on the Corrin matchup, right? With players starting to use it as a counter pick against them. I don't know how long that's going to last.
It's still a good selection, but yeah, I mean, at some point, like, eventually it's like, okay, he's going to pay, like, the right amount of attention to it. It's like, okay, well, I need to start developing some counter gameplay specifically around what you're bringing to the table now, right? I can't let you just run crazy up on me. Can't do that.
Yeah, and Corrin's got a couple tricks that set her apart from, like, the average sortie. You know, you have pin that can vary a lot of your landing timings, and that little bit of extra range goes a long way. But at the end of the day, all those sword characters, they love going for these jump-in aerials, and Sonic is a huge fan of fighting against that. Got the best whiff punish tool in the game.
Yeah. No lies detected, my brother. Oh, okay.
Oh. Shadic knows he's got to make something happen. A big play is in order. He's turning to trail by over 50% now. Oh, just off the mark. A little too late right there. Once again.
Man, that threat of forward smash there is just so terrifying.
Yeah, usually the best you can do as Corrin is trade with that. And, I mean, just because Sonic's been off the mark doesn't mean he's going to keep missing it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it feels so crazy because, like, you know, we talk about how the lead matters so much against Sonic, but then he finds that one opening and gets an insane amount of damage and rips it right back from you.
The combos are just polished, man. They're polished, they're studied, and he knows all those good percent windows, too.
I don't know how that didn't hit.
It's hard to let anything get past this guy right now. And Shadic, understanding, still has a chance, but really just having to fight from behind.
Okay, the spin shot to the ledge. Oh, no. Goes for pin in the wrong direction, or maybe just didn't even want to go for pin in the first place. That said, Shadic has brought it pretty close. Something like a tipper forward smash or nair into bear will finish the job. That's one of Corrin's greatest assets is her kill power.
Yeah. It's still very doable. Approaching that 2-minute marker, though. It's been a little bit more of a slow-paced one for sure.
This is incredibly doable. I mean, for both players, obviously. But Shadic fighting from behind. Oh, the whiffed homing attack. Not a juicy punish, though. Oh my god, it's so tense. Okay, forward throw. Can he edge guard him once more? No. Just going to settle for the ledge trap, but it's a damn good one at that. Catches the jump with back air, and we're going to see Sonix 3-0 despite a double SD in one game.
Just so locked in. You see the flag just a waving. You know what?
Love to see that,
No
man.
one's got me, I got me. But that guy's got the flag, so you know